people think of coffee, they usually think of its ability to provide an energy boost. However, according to some research, it can also offer some other important health benefits, such as lower risk of liver cancer, type 2 diabetes, and heart failure. Caffeine is an important feature of coffee, but coffee contains many compounds, and there are different ways of drinking it. This makes it difficult to determine exactly how coffee affects a person and which components have which benefits and risks. Worldwide, experts estimate that people consume around 2.25 billion cups of coffee per day. The potential health benefits associated with drinking coffee include the promotion of a healthy heart, protection against type 2 diabetes, Parkinson's disease, liver disease, and liver cancer. Coffee may help protect against type 2 diabetes. In 2014, researchers who gathered data on over 48,000 people found that those who increased their coffee consumption by at least 1 cup per day over 4 years had an 11% lower risk of type 2 diabetes than those who did not increase their intake. A meta-analysis from 2017 concluded that people who drank 4 to 6 cups of either caffeinated or decaffeinated coffee each day appeared to have a low risk of metabolic syndrome, including type 2 diabetes. Various studies have shown that caffeine may help protect against Parkinson's disease. The findings of a 2017 meta-analysis suggested a link between coffee consumption and a low risk of Parkinson's disease, even among people who smoke. This team also found that people who drink coffee may be less likely to experience depression and cognitive conditions such as Alzheimer's. There was not enough evidence to prove that drinking decaffeinated coffee would help prevent Parkinson's disease, however. Italian researchers found that coffee consumption lowers the risk of liver cancer by around 40%. Some of the results suggest that people who drink 3 cups per day might have a 50% lower risk. Also, a 2019 review concluded that coffee intake probably reduces the risk of liver cancer. A meta-analysis from 2017 concluded that consuming any type of coffee appeared to reduce the risk of liver cancer, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and cirrhosis. People who consume coffee may also have a low risk of gallstone disease. In 2014, researchers looked at coffee consumption among people with primary sclerosing cholangitis and primary biliary cirrhosis. These are autoimmune conditions that affect the bile ducts in the liver. They found that people with PSC were more likely to have a lower coffee intake than those without the condition. There was no evidence to suggest that coffee intake was different among people with or without PBC. Also, one 2014 study suggested a link between coffee consumption and a lower risk of dying from non-viral hepatitis-related cirrhosis. The researchers suggested that drinking 2 or more cups of coffee every day might reduce the risk by 66%. One 2012 study concluded that drinking coffee in moderation or consuming around 2 8-ounce servings per day may protect against heart failure. People who drank moderate amounts of coffee each day had an 11% lower risk of heart failure than those who did not. One 2017 meta-analysis found that caffeine consumption may have at least a small benefit for cardiovascular health, including blood pressure. Some studies, however, found higher levels of blood lipids and cholesterol in people who consume more coffee.